Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I am the face behind Holistically Humble. Thank you so much for coming here and clicking on this video. I really appreciate your support, and for those of you who have subscribed to my channel so far, thank you so much. I've finally reached over 100 subscribers. And yes, I know that might not seem like a lot, but to me, it is a lot. And I am super pumped and stoked. It's like a milestone in this area of my life. So why not continue on and click the subscribe button? Make sure that you give my video a thumbs up if you really liked it, and if you want to see more content, I'd always love some comments down below. Please keep them nice. I only want nice, loving, kind comments down below. So without further ado, let's get started. As I can tell by seeing how many views on my video that I did with living with rheumatoid arthritis, my story of it, it is one of the most popular videos on my YouTube channel. I think I'm going to start with doing this video on people living with rheumatoid arthritis. I see you. I know that sometimes these conditions don't show on the outside so well. So even though you might be feeling tired or depleted or literally over it to the point where you just don't want to go on anymore, I have been there. I just want to congratulate you for coming and finding this video, and it is my goal to support you in your journey. Essentially, I'm just going to tell what happened to me and the things that worked and the things that didn't work. And by no means is this doctor advice, so definitely go speak with your doctor before implementing any new changes. But I think I'm going to focus this video on stress reduction and autoimmune conditions. I'll just find that myself personally living with an autoimmune condition, and if you aren't familiar and you haven't seen that video, I'll put it right here. So go watch it maybe before you watch this video. But I suffer with rheumatoid arthritis, and it is an autoimmune condition that affects my joints. And I've been living with it for approximately 15 years. It might be a little bit more now, but I'm not stuck on that, knowing that stuff. Don't care. Essentially, I just want you to focus on stress reduction. Stress and autoimmune conditions is awful. Stress in anything is awful, but stress specifically with an autoimmune condition, it just can exacerbate the issues and the underlying problems. So my first recommendation would be to begin to journal. This doesn't mean like my little diary. It just means journaling, like journaling how you're feeling on specific days, or in the mornings. If you are going to start your journal, just start every morning by writing your journal and how you feel. You can then reread your journal entries and sort of critique your wording in that. I found that personally several years ago, I was super negative, like really negative about everything. I was essentially playing the victim role, like, oh, poor me, why is this happening to me? And like, woe is me to everyone. And over the last several years, I realized that I am the person that can change the way I think and the way I act, the way I talk. So I went on this journey and I bought a journal. I started journaling, once in a while I started with, because it's hard to start a new habit. But I started reading back and thinking to myself, holy crap, if I had a physical person outside of me saying the things that I was saying in my journal to myself, I would never spend time with them. So why am I spending time in my brain with this like negative talk that's going on? So I would say to just start journaling and keeping track of your thoughts. Actually, let's make that number 2, keeping track of your thoughts. So we think about 50,000 thoughts on average a day. 50,000. Let me just say that again. 50,000 thoughts during a day. So how many of those are positive? I don't know, give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll say 600 of them are positive. And once you start realizing your thoughts and the cycles that are going on in your head, you really have to come in tune with it just to stop, breathe, and think about what you're thinking about. And if you start switching it to more positive things, so let's say you're in a negative downward spiral about your health and your well-being, maybe your relationships with your friends, your family, your loved ones, maybe it's a pet or your job, something like that, and you're just constantly thinking negative things. So just make yourself aware that you're thinking those negative things and then switch it. Start by, if you're outside and you are by the ocean or a body of water, just think, oh, that's a pretty body of water. I love being by the ocean. Being by water makes me feel really good. In turn, that will roll into another positive thought like, I want to be in nature more. I'm going to set a goal and come out for a nature walk once a week. Or it could be, I'm so grateful I have a pet or a lover or a best friend that is there to help support me whenever they can. And you just, take it from the so negative side of things and slowly make your way to positive. It takes a lot of time. You've been in this way of thinking for years probably, and to stop and realize that would be amazing. So number one would be to start journaling and then reflecting on your journaling to see where your words are coming from. And then I would say step number two would be to change your thoughts. Be aware that you do think 50,000 thoughts on average a day and start to plant the seeds. I think there's this quote that's like, your brain is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can either grow weeds or flowers or vegetables or fruit. So anyways, I think that's a pretty powerful quote because our thoughts are seeds, our brain is a garden. Are we planting negative seeds that are going to grow weeds, or are we planting flowers or vegetables or fruit that are going to be abundant and helpful to you moving forward? I do realize that some of this information just might be brand spanking new, and it definitely was for me when I first started this journey of mine. I just really feel compelled to share it right now. Number three would be a stress reduction, would be to exercise. As someone with an autoimmune disease, I have, for the most part, put exercise first, except when you're feeling really crappy. It kind of goes out the window. Stress, means that you exercise less, or you're not feeling well about your health, but you exercise less. But really, exercise is the thing that's going to actually help you. So whether that mean just going for a light walk around the block, maybe going for a bike ride, if you have a gym membership or you have availability to go to the gym, maybe go on a bike and bring a podcast, a positive podcast that can help switch your thoughts, or, take your mind off of things that you might be, more so on the negative side. I definitely would suggest yoga if you can. You can start with one-to-one training or just go to a local yoga studio in your area. And connecting with your breath in yoga has helped me so much, so I do definitely recommend that you look into that as well. So overview of this video is to first start journaling at least one time a week. It would be better if you could, start journaling 3 to 5 to 7 times a week, but I do know that starting a habit is a little bit difficult. So definitely your goal should be at least journal 1 time a week and reread those journal entries to see where your thoughts are coming from and, if you're more negative, neutral, or positive. Number 2 would be to switch your thoughts. Start planting the seeds that are going to grow flowers, fruits, or vegetables, not weeds. Take that deep breath and just be like, what am I thinking about right now? Is it positive? No. Okay, how can I switch to positive? I have a tea. I get to drink a tea. It's a detox tea. It's going to help detox my body. It makes me feel good. And then, so those are the top 3 things that I would suggest for stress reduction, specifically with those with autoimmune conditions. Just beginning the process of making changes for the better. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not sure if you kind of like just me talking to the video or more vlog style videos. So if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment down below That would be really, really awesome and help guide me on what I should do with my YouTube next. Again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you.